I'll just make sure I got no coffee in my mustache.
I have to do the same. You portray a man of few words. Mm-hmm. Do you identify?
No, some would argue that I'm a man of too many words. I'm trying more and more as time goes on to become more sparing. You've done interviews with me before. I just basically can't shut up.
Well, that's why I only prepared that one question. He's also a man who speaks the truth.
Yeah.
How good are you at telling people a truth they don't want to hear?
Oh, sometimes I'm really good at it. I think I'm really good at it on a work front. On a personal front, I'm slightly less good at it. I'm afflicted with that aspect of my personality where I really don't like to disrupt or upset people. I've inherited that from my mum, so I hate conflict. But that's also why I think I'm in the movie business, is because being an actor or a writer or a director, you have to become comfortable with conflict. It's part of every story. So I can go to work and get paid to safely engage in conflict, but in my personal life, I'm not good at it.
How does one engage in conflict?
How does one engage in
conflict? Yes,
conflict?
because that's what this whole movie is about.
Well, that's a stupid
question. Okay,
see what I was doing there?
Don't make
just
me
be
laugh
combative.
Like yes.
Yeah. So even saying that joke, I suddenly felt really anxious. I was like, what if you take that the wrong way?
I'm leaving. Sorry. At the beginning, there's this thing where he gets gifts, and movie stars get people giving them things all the time. How do you handle that? Do you have a charity that you give the things to? Do you
actually no? But that's a really good. I had a thought about a way you could turn not gifts, but like crew T-shirts and jackets into a way of giving back. Look, nothing is free. And I think that's the lesson. I remember one year I went to Sundance and I just feasted on all the like swag. It's like, yeah, I'll just show this and this and this. And then you just realise there's a photo somewhere of you just basically stealing free stuff. Everything has a cost. There's always an exchange in the free stuff. People want something from you. I think you've got to be very cautious about what you take for free. And the perfect irony of rich or actors or whatever famous people getting free stuff is like, I'd just be sitting there if I wasn't an actor going, can't he pay for that? Why doesn't he just buy it himself? I'm the one who should get it for free.
Well, thank you for noting that. Let's get to some of the themes of the film and why you wanted to explore these things we've just been talking about. You co-wrote it. Why introduce these themes at this time now?
Well, we've been introducing them for the last sort of 6 or 7 or so years that we've been working on it. Was the inspiration came back then. We were talking about how this story, and I was very fond of the Shakespeare plays that I'd done them years ago, of a young king, a young man who kind of doesn't want to become part of his father's politics and inadvertently takes over the crown, but has this sort of compulsion to, maybe through ego, to become king and to eclipse his father, to be a better ruler, to be a better politician. And we thought, David and I thought it was very interesting that you look at a lot of leaders and when they have that winning smile, when they first accept the presidency or the prime ministership, whatever, that you feel like there's a new wave of difference coming. And then you just watch them age and get worn down by the whisperings in their ear, and agendas change and policies they promise suddenly just, agendas go out the window. That's like, I've got the crown now, so sorry about my old promises. But what else goes on in that world where you're basically swimming with sharks, and your own ego allows you to be corrupted? And it's a familiar story, but it feels as old as the aesthetic of the movies and the sets and the swords and horses. It's also very socially relevant, politically relevant today.
I found it so. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I managed to get through the whole thing.